The Mutual Broadcasting System presents The Family Theater, starring Lee Bowman and Frank McHugh. George Murphy is your host.
More things are wrought by prayer than this world dreams of. Good evening, this is George Murphy as your host of Family Theater tonight. I want to welcome all of our new listeners and say thank you to all of the old friends whose loyalty and word-of-mouth enthusiasm for our program and its purposes have helped us to grow tremendously. Family Theater, as you know, is dedicated to a purpose no one can quarrel with, a happy family. We number quite a few million now, and that's an encouraging note. It means that all of you join with us in the belief that a happy family is not only our most precious possession, but is also the very foundation of the peace and understanding which is needed in the community, the nation, and the world today. We also share the simple conviction that prayer, family prayer, can help keep our families well and happy, can help keep our homes together. For a family that prays together stays together. And now it's time for our play. Tonight, Family Theater presents an original story entitled A Bunch of Keys, written by Bud Lesser and starring two of your favorites, Lee Bowman and Frank McHugh.
I'm the proprietor of the only decent eating place in Boston. So naturally, I know most everyone in town. Oh, a few people try Miss Madigan's once in a while. But they get tired of the tea room whipped cream goo. So they come back to Jimmy. That's me. Oh, you wanted to know about Joe Hammond. Well, it's an interesting story. I can't tell you the ending because the ending hasn't been lived yet. But I can tell you quite a bit about the beginning. It was one of those warm spring mornings that makes you glad you're alive. Only the down-and-outer who stood in front of my place wasn't interested in the weather, or life, or anything, but the aroma of the coffee I was making. I was about to go out and tell him to come in and have a cup on the management when that Louise McGowan came along. You know, that cute little girl with the big eyes. She had her head buried in the morning paper as she rounded the corner.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you. I guess I...
That's all right. You don't weigh very much.
Oh, I guess that's because I dash around so much. Oh. Is Jimmy's open?
Yeah. Can't you smell the coffee?
Yeah. And I do need a cup. Well, sorry I charged into you. I'll be sick. Hey, wouldn't you like a cup of coffee?
Thanks. But I just had one down the block a ways.
There isn't any restaurant down the block a ways. Oh, come on. I do owe you a cup of coffee at least. Why, you could sue me for dangerous walking. Come on now. I've been down on my luck, too. I tell you what, you can sit at the other end of the counter if I'm not your type.
I'd love a cup of coffee. And I'd like to sit beside you if you don't mind. I haven't talked to anyone in almost a week.
Good morning, Louise.
Hi, Jimmy. I brought you another customer. You know, you should be paying me commission. Let's see. Orange juice, toast, and coffee for me. And you'll have the same, plus some ham and eggs. Double order.
I really shouldn't let you...
Let's sit in the booth. We'll have more room to spread out the paper in case we want to read.
But they didn't want to read. Either of them. Louise is the sort who likes to know what makes people tick. And to tell you the truth, I was pretty curious about this stranger myself. You could see he hadn't been a bum for too long. And I sort of took my time getting their breakfast ready. And when I finally got back to the booth, he was talking. Opening up like a man who's lived with himself too long. And as he poured out his heart, my little beanery became the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. Things were popping on the exchange that afternoon he was telling about. There was a frenzy of buying and selling. Joe Hammond stood by his post, tossing his bunch of keys into the air and catching them again as they thudded against the heel of his hand. This key business used to serve as a sort of a barometer. And some of the other traders used it in buying and selling. But that day, the keys went up and down at a mile-a-minute clip. The wise boys knew there was trouble in the air.
This is Hammond. Put me through to my office, please. Harry? It's taken another tumble. I'll need some help. Nope, the bottom's out of industrial, too. I'll have to call on Lester and you, too. Oh? Oh, I see. Of course I understand. Hammond again. Will you get my fiancée for me on the phone? It's Plaza 3. Yeah, that's right. 3 more points. Hello? Hello? May I speak to Miss Richmond, please? Oh, Violet. I didn't recognize your voice. Violet, things have gone a little sour here. I'm afraid I'll have to borrow those bonds I gave you last week to hold for me. No, not yet. But if I can't raise some big money in a hurry... Oh, I see. It wouldn't be convenient for me to be washed up either. Well, it's nice to know the score, Violet. Never mind, then. Have a nice time at the party, dear. Alex, I won't be needing this key. Will you see that it's turned in at the exchange office? Here, for your trouble. I'm not that broke. Oh, Miss Emerson.
Yes?
Is Mr. Finch around?
Oh, no, Mr. Hammond. He left the office. They've all gone.
I could have guessed it. Miss Emerson, I won't be around for a while. Someone might like an extra key. The cleaning woman, maybe. Here.
A bunch of keys were still being tossed in the air as Joel took the elevator down. And he walked out of the office building for the last time. When Joel arrived at the Lido Club to clean out his locker, he found the usual assortment of slacks and sweaters and gadgets, in addition to his golf clubs, things you might find in any locker in any given club. But they represented something very real to Joel Hammond. They represented his acceptance. His reputation on the street was enough to get him by at the Lido Club, but the camaraderie of the 19th hole was over now.
Oh, Joel, glad I saw you. I was going to phone. Afraid our foursome's off for the weekend.
Oh? Oh, that's too bad.
Yes, I have a client coming in from out of town, and, well, I promised him a game when he got here. Fred and Sam will want to come along, I know. He's a fraternity brother.
That's all right, Art. I think I may be out of town anyway. I wanted to talk to you about something, though.
Sorry, Joel. The gang's waiting for me on the first tee. Could we talk it over the first of the week or sometime?
You don't have to worry, Art. I just wanted to give you that iron you always had a hankering for.
Oh, thanks. But just by luck, I stumbled across one at Spaulding's yesterday. Almost exactly like it. Thanks awfully, though. Be seeing you.
The habits of years are not easily broken. Joel went out of the clubhouse, tossing his bunch of keys into the air, apparently unmindful of the fact that the bunch had been reduced from 6 to 2 in a few hectic hours.
And all you have to say to me is that you're busy tonight and you'd like to talk it over in the morning?
Oh, I'm really frightfully sorry, Joel. I made the date with the Creightons ages ago. You're usually busy on Thursday nights, and I know you can't abide the Creightons.
I've managed to survive several evenings with them over the past few years.
All right, then, Joel. If you won't let me be nice about it, the Creightons wouldn't welcome you. Everyone in my circle knows by this time that you were washed up this afternoon. Now they're saying, what could Violet Richmond ever seen in that big farmer with the loud suits?
Violet, I got rid of the suits you didn't like 3 weeks after we met. And I got rid of that loud car you didn't like this afternoon.
That too, Joel. Oh, I'm really sorry.
Sorry enough to marry me and go away somewhere? Make a new start?
Let's not make a scene, Joel.
Oh, there were times when I thought we
you
might.
had money and I was willing to help you spend it. But you're still a Horatio Alger farm boy under that pinstripe. And if I wouldn't marry you then, I certainly wouldn't now.
Well, there's no denying your honesty. I'm sorry I held you up. I'm going up to the lodge until I can figure this all out. And, oh yes, give the Creightons my love.
Joel Hammond left for New England the next day. All that was left of the past hung on his keychain. It was the key that opened his country lodge. The big, rambling place came alive as Louise made Joel tell her about it, between mouthfuls of ham and eggs. And you could hear something of how he died there, a little at a time.
I didn't do much of anything there, but I kept telling myself that this was what I needed. Long walks, hours in front of the fireplace, an occasional trip to the village for food.
You, cooked it yourself?
Oh, I let the caretaker go the first day. It took almost my last dollar to pay him off.
Oh. And after that, you were completely alone?
For a month. Maybe more. I didn't keep track of the time. I slept a lot. When I slept, I didn't think so much. And then I had a visitor.
Oh?
He brought me a letter about an engagement present.
Who was the letter from?
Well, it was signed by a lawyer, but it was really from Violet. It tied the pink ribbon on the whole situation.
I see. She wanted something, but you had nothing left, huh?
Just the lodge. I still have the letter. Right here. It makes nice reading. This communication will serve to inform you that the country lodge now being occupied by you was purchased in 1943 and in accordance with your instructions was registered under the name of Miss Violet Richmond. She has informed me that she has sold aforementioned property, and since the new owners desire occupancy at an early date...
But she couldn't do that.
I left that very day. The place held no refuge, no peace for me anymore. What could I do? I studied the want ads at night, but no one advertised for an ex-boy wonder of Wall Street.
But, Joel, your experience in business must have been worth something.
Oh, sure. Talented fourth at golf, second at gin rummy and night clubbing, desires responsible position where he can lose his employer's money as rapidly as he lost his own.
With that attitude, you couldn't possibly get or hold a job.
Oh, I tried things to build up my morale. Liquor, a book on how to be a success, copying some of the easy come, easy go boys I bumped into in my wanderings. I really tried to shake this thing, but I couldn't. This morning I've really hit bottom. I'm accepting charity, a handout, and from a woman. Now I've tried everything.
No, not everything.
Oh, so now I get the lecture. Now I'm told that I needed a good woman, or religion, or faith in God, or something. You filled my belly, and now you can save my soul. You'll get a special merit badge in the Girl Guides. Or you can tell your Sunday school class how you saved a sinner.
I'm much too busy to save your soul. Here, Jimmy, I'll be seeing you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was very rude, wasn't I?
Yes, you were. But I understand.
And you won't rush off for another moment?
Oh, I really have to. I wanted to get to the office early so I could leave in time to get my apartment cleaned up.
Well, why don't you let me do that?
Oh,
it would be a way of paying you back for breakfast.
Oh, I wouldn't think of letting you...
No, I mean it. I'd like to do it. It's more than just paying you back for breakfast. I'd like to polish the stove and scrub the floors until they shine. I'd like to lose myself in a sea of soap suds. I'd like to show you that I could...
All right, it's a deal. The apartment's just down the side street around the corner. 331 Maple, apartment 30. Oh, here's the key. You can bring it back to Jimmy when you're through.
Do you really need a job, fella?
I haven't got a nickel.
Well, I can use a helper. Could you wash dishes? Maybe do a little light cooking? You know, fry an egg, maybe fill the coffee urns?
I think I could. But I've got to clean that young lady's apartment first. I promised her. I could come in late this afternoon.
Oh, I don't need you in the afternoons. Suppose you start tomorrow morning. You clean the place up, get the coffee started, maybe wait on a few early birds before I get here. Oh, you know how those coffee urns work?
Yeah, I watched you through the window this morning.
Well, then you're all set. Oh, you'll find a razor and a clean apron in the back room when you get here. You'll be opening up, so you'll need my extra key. Here, catch. Atta boy. Hey, you ought to be playing for the Dodgers. He didn't hear my last great witticism. He was looking around the counter for something. He found it at last. A small piece of twine from one of the sugar sacks I'd been emptying. He took his two keys, that's the one to Louise's apartment and the one to my beanery, and he tied them together. He was tossing them up in the air. Well, he wasn't exactly a personality kid with the customers that first morning. Well, he did his chores well. And with a shave and a white apron, he wasn't a bad-looking guy. He seemed to sort of relieve the tension by tossing his 2 keys in the air. He'd given Louise his key back, of course, but he had a key to a room down the street where he'd gotten on my say-so. And Louise came in to thank him the next day.
Morning, Jimmy. Morning, Joel.
Good morning, Louise.
Hi, Louise. The usual?
Huh? The usual.
The usual, Joel.
Orange juice, toast, and coffee coming up.
Is this stool on your station, my good man? I do so like to have my favorite waiter to take care of me.
Here you are. I made the coffee.
Smells good. You know, I really had time to fix my own breakfast this morning, but, well, I wanted to come in and thank you for the job you did in my apartment. It hasn't looked like that since I moved in. And where did you find those flowers?
They were growing in that empty lot on the corner.
Oh. You're getting better. You have keys. Is that what's done it?
In a way. And I know that I'm better than I've been in months. But I'm not kidding myself. I know that I won't be, back to normal until I have my bunch of keys again.
Uh-huh.
Keys that open the doors to the things I didn't have as a kid. All men are created free and equal, it says here. But they don't stay free and equal. They have to fight for the things that make people say, there goes Joe Hammond. He just bought a home on the Riviera. He's always at first nights and Mondays at the opera, the polo games, and the horse shows.
I've never seen a play, much less a first night. But I know what you mean. We have fun here in Boston, though. We have 2 picture houses.
Joel and Louise took in both the Orpheum and the Bijou that week, and he continued to work for me. After that tirade the first morning, he seemed to settle down to his new job, assistant to the owner of a beanery in a 1-horse town. And then suddenly, after a few months, he quit. He didn't say why. I didn't ask. But I had an idea. He'd gotten a chance to add another key to his new bunch.
Well, here I am, Mr. Bryant. Which is my desk.
Your desk? The whole shebang is yours. You're the manager.
Well, I'm sorry to seem like an ingrate, Mr. Bryant, but this whole thing doesn't make sense. You offer me a job as a real estate salesman at twice what I was getting at Jimmy's, and now you tell me that I'm the manager of the whole outfit?
I liked your manner the first time I laid eyes on you. And I have confidence that you can make money for both of us. The salary's only a starter.
All right. Go ahead. I need money. I have to have it if I'm going to get where I expect to go. Again. But I have to know the setup. Why did you pick a town like Boston? And what made you select the assistant hash slinger in a lunchroom as your prize salesman?
Oh, get off your high horse, Hammond. Joel, the deal's on the level, but I'm not making any claim to being a philanthropist. I'm a businessman.
Yeah, I know you built that swell new house way out near the airport. But you wouldn't need a salesman to sell that house in these times.
I'm going to build 500 of those houses, Joel, my boy. And I'm going to rent them to veterans at low rents, and they'll fill up in a hurry.
Well, they sure will. Veterans need homes. But you say you're a businessman. And there isn't much profit in becoming a one-man veterans housing committee. Where's this big profit?
Gad, you are a suspicious soul. And I'm glad you are. This way you'll be able to answer others when they put these questions. The deal is simple. With 500 new families moving into an undeveloped community, there's a great opening for the local businessmen. The project will need markets and hardware stores, maybe a movie house, even a restaurant. Oh, any number of things. It'll be a little city all by itself.
Yeah, where does the profit come in?
I've bought all the property around there. Got it for a song. And we're going to sell it at a very handsome profit.
Sounds good. Well, where do I fit in?
Oh, you've met most of the local businessmen since you've been working at Jimmy's, and they like you, according to all I hear. You've got to sell them on the idea of helping us help them make Boston grow. I couldn't do it, and maybe you can't either.
They're suspicious of anyone who hasn't lived in the town for at least 25 years.
But if you were to sell Jimmy the idea of becoming the president of our community plan, they might go for it, eh?
The folks in this town think a lot of him.
He gets the credit for providing homes for 500 veterans and a new center for profitable stores. And I sell a lot of land I got cheap at a real profit. I'm figuring you in for half.
I bought the first lot as a site from a new restaurant. Oh, Joel was busy. Talking of the town's big money almost every night.
You'd be helping the Veterans Committee and yourself at the same time, Mr. Schmidt. They have to have a meat market. Jimmy sees things our way, Mr. Gardner, and there'll be lots of kids who'll need new shoes in the new project. Yeah, Jimmy bought the first lot. But we'll need a drugstore, too, Mr. Skinner. I don't think the soda fountain will hurt Jimmy's business too much. A furniture store? Should do well, Mr. Levy. You'll also be giving the vets a hand in building up the community.
By the end of November, the project was really set. I'd started building, so had half a dozen others. Aside from that imposing first sample house, things were going slowly across the boulevard from the store property. Oh, we knew it was tough to get enough material for 500 homes, and Bryant kept running down to the city in quest of building material. Oh, Joel was as busy as a bee. Naturally, he didn't have a great deal of time for Louise, but he certainly never looked at another girl in town. No, sir. Louise was for him, all right.
Gee, it's good to see you smiling, Joel. I'm glad the project's really going over, even if it has meant that I haven't seen so much of you lately.
Well, it's just about wound up now. And when the last deal's made, I kiss little old Boston goodbye.
Oh.
Oh, baby, don't look like that. When I leave here, I want you with me as my wife. I'm going to take the money I made here, and I'm going to hit the street again. And I'll hold on to it this time. And you'll have everything you ever wanted. A big house, servants, a limousine a block and a half long.
A home on the Riviera, first nights at the theater.
Yes, Louise.
No, Joel. No, those are the things you want.
Everyone wants those things. That's what we all work for. What else is there?
The things your New York friends would probably call corny. The respect and friendship of your neighbors. People like Jimmy. The peace and self-understanding that can come only through simple prayer. A love for each other that doesn't depend on cars or mansions.
Louise, you don't understand.
You know, I thought at first you were finding your way to these things. But you aren't working for the veterans, Joel. You're working for money. You want to get back to Wall Street. You want revenge.
I knew there was something wrong. They stopped seeing each other. And Joel went ahead with his recreational center deal as though it were the only thing in the world that mattered. I found out later that he was planning on spending Christmas in New York. It was the day before Christmas when he finally closed the sale.
Here it is, Mr. Bryant. Cash on the line for the last piece of property.
And I've got all the rest of the money here. We split 2 ways, like I said. Cash on the line, that's Bryant.
Thanks, Mr. Bryant. You won't be needing me here anymore, so I'm leaving for New York tonight. I wish you luck with the project.
Oh, are you kidding? Well, I'll be on the same train.
Oh, swell. Going to spend the holidays in the big town?
Oh, I'll spend more than that, I guess. Easy come, easy go. If I never see this burg again, it'll be okay with me.
Yeah, but the houses... You can't mean that...
I'm not putting up any houses in this one-horse town. I got my profit. Let Jimmy and his pals build the homes if they want them.
Why, Bryant, that's fraud. You can't get away.
Oh, take it easy, Hammond. We're within our legal rights. I sold property that belonged to me. I just happened to change my mind about the veterans' homes. I found out that material was too tough to get or something.
You can't do that to the people here, to the veterans.
Oh, now don't pull any hero stuff on me. You pulled plenty of shenanigans when you were on Wall Street. Oh, yeah. I knew who you were when I saw you working in that beanery. And I wasn't kidding you any either. You knew what we were doing.
I didn't know. But everyone here will think I did.
But you won't be here.
Oh, yes, I will. I decided to stay in Boston. I'm going to face this thing out. And you're staying here, too, Brian.
Now, listen, Hammond, you got a safe out. Look, no one's going to blame you for all this. Jimmy's the president of the Boston Helps Our Veterans Committee. He thought up that swell-sounding title. He was the one who vouched for the outfit. He was the one who got the town council to put the official stamp on it. Let him take the rap.
Why, you dirty chiseler.
You can't get away with this, you cheap hero.
Hand over that cash, Bryant. Thanks. That money is going into the bank tonight. It's going to be used to build these homes. You'll get your share of the rents whether you stick around or go. Frankly, I don't care what you do. Merry Christmas, Mr. Bryant. Evening, Jimmy.
Hi, Joe. Hey, what happened?
I had a fight with my conscience. Do I look all right, Jimmy?
You look better than I've ever seen you look before, Joel.
I went to Louise's before I came here. She isn't home. You wouldn't know where I could find her, would you?
Christmas Eve? She's probably in church.
Thanks, Jimmy. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. Hey, look, if you aren't doing anything tomorrow...
See you later, Jimmy. Louise.
Joe.
Louise, I'm here to stay. I found out that all those things I thought I wanted again.
Just hold my hand, darling. Services.
And Christmas has, for too long, represented material things to many. Our lives are enriched not by presents nor possessions, but by a full understanding of our own souls and of the real values of this world. If you have this understanding, you will have no difficulty finding the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Merry Christmas, and God bless you.
This is George Murphy again, and I know I'm speaking for all of you when I express my thanks to Lee Bowman and Frank McHugh for telling us the story of A Bunch of Keys. A story which seems to prove that the key to happiness is not always made of metal. You know, every one of you listening in has a story of your own, one that's still being written, the story of your life. And the wonderful stories, those you can be proud of, are probably not at all unusual. They're about a boy and a girl who got married, stayed married, and raised a happy family. Now, if that's your story, you're pretty lucky, and you know it. Because keeping a family together and happy isn't always easy. Raising kids the right way isn't always easy. But then, anyone in his right mind knows that nothing worth having comes easy. Keeping a family together and happy is an uphill fight. Problems all the way, granted. But remember, you don't have to climb that hill by yourself. Have you ever thought of asking for help? Ask God's help. Ask and ye shall receive. You know that. No family is so self-sufficient that it can ignore God. There's no problem so big that it can't be solved with God's help. So pray. Pray together with your family. Thank God for what you have and ask Him for what you need. Do that, and you take the biggest step you've ever taken towards one of the most wonderful things in life, a happy family. Before saying goodnight, I want to express our thanks to all of you who have helped make this program possible. Thanks also to Mel Williamson for directing our play tonight, and to our producer, Bob Longnecker. Next week, our stars on the Family Theater will be Mr. Charles Boyer and Miss Ethel Barrymore and the Mitchell Boys Choir in a special Easter week show. Now, this is George Murphy saying good night.
This series of the Family Theater broadcast is made possible by the thousands of you who felt the need for this kind of program, by the Mutual Network, which has responded to this need, and by the actors and technicians in the motion picture and radio industries who have volunteered their services to fulfill it. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System. The Mutual Broadcasting System, in cooperation with Family Theater Incorporated, presents God and a Red Scooter, starring Jane Wyman and James Craig, and the music of Meredith Wilson. Gary Cooper is your host.
More things are wrought by prayer than this world dreams of. Good evening. This is Gary Cooper. We've got a swell story for you tonight. But you know something? I think the best story is the one about the reason for this program being on the air right now. You know why it is on the air? Because a lot of people like you and, well, like me, we figure that the greatest thing in our country today is our families. So we put this program on the air and called it Family Theater. And we wanted to remind everybody just how important our families are and just how important it is that our families be kept together. And more than that, so many of you have wanted radio to express a conviction for you, a conviction that prayer, simple family prayer, can keep our families together and happy. Well, that's the story behind Family Theater briefly. To tell the entire story would take a long time, but maybe if enough of you were interested, we'd take that time. Let us know. Meanwhile, let's listen to our story.
Sleep is beautiful. Sleep is a soft hand, smoothing the frowns and frets on the tired faces of men. Sleep is a mother hand, rocking the cradle of the world, rocking it softly, rocking men and women and all the little children to sweet silence and peace. That's what sleep is. And you want to know something? I pity the man who does not know how to sleep. Consider little Eddie, 5 years old. I love little children like Eddie. Eddie knows how to sleep. Before he went to bed tonight, he was having a talk all by himself down there in the garden. This is the way he spoke this afternoon as he sat dropping petals into a milk bottle.
And you know what I said, God? You know what I said to Daddy? I said, God did hear me. That's what I said. And God, remember when I said, please give me a red scooter like Stevie and Tony's got? Remember when I said that about the scooter? Didn't you hear me, God? Huh, didn't you? Look, God, I got lots of pebbles. A whole million.
See what I mean? See why I love little children like Eddie? He wanted a red scooter. He went to sleep dreaming of a red scooter. And did he get the scooter? Well, I shall tell the whole story. In a manner of speaking, the story begins with grapes.
Oh, Jeannie, come here. From this hill, you get a pretty good idea of how it looks.
Oh, the vines are beautiful, Ed. Nice dark green.
Oh, here, let me hold little Eddie for you.
Oh, now be careful of his back, Ed. He's asleep.
I got him.
Is that our land all the way to the road?
Straight clean to Route 99. That's 26 acres of good grape wood, Jeannie. Don't it make you feel kind of glad just to look at it?
Oh, yes. It almost makes you want to laugh and cry in the same breath. Standing here like this and looking down on our own land. Our very own vineyard. It's nice to own something, Ed.
Yeah. Cost me plenty of jack, too. But it's worth it.
When will the grapes be growing, Ed?
Oh, 3 years. It takes at least 3 years.
Seems so long to wait. I mean, you'd think they'd just pop out.
Oh, not grapes, Jeannie. You got to build them up. You got to work a vineyard. Then after 3 years, you know what it's going to be like down there?
What?
They're going to be out there on the wire trellises. They're going to be hanging thick and heavy near the redwood stakes. And when the harvest comes, we're going to pack them in. Over 200 ton of the best red Emperor grapes in California.
Gosh, 200 tons for only 26 acres.
Yeah.
Oh, it's almost like a miracle, Ed. And just think, Eddie will be 3 years old when we start picking our grapes.
Yeah?
He'll be walking.
Yep. It takes time for kids and grapes to grow.
These plans, these husband and wife plans spoken in sunny places are delightful, invariably delightful. But I must repeat, I pity the man who does not sleep. Just listen to him.
Oh, maybe I made a mistake. It's risky business. It's a gamble putting all your money into grapes.
The man is worrying, mind you, at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Could be a shrinkage. Could be a bad market, and then... Well, I just can't afford to bump into a tough market.
Look at him, fidgeting with pencils and papers and doubts.
Emperors should sell.
Munson said emperors were good grapes. But I don't know. Maybe I should have stacked up with muscats or rabiers. Norton did all right with rabiers last year.
All this at 1 o'clock in the morning, when he should be asleep with his wife and babies. You'd think the gentleman might allow himself the gentle privilege of getting tired. At least by 1 o'clock in the morning, you'd think he might yawn and go to bed. Why doesn't he stop fretting? Why doesn't he relax? Poor fellow. I pity the man who does not know how to sleep.
You're not getting enough rest, Ed.
Now, don't start fussing again, Jean.
But you know what the doctor said. All this worrying will only
Worry happens to be part of the great deal. Besides, a fellow's got a right to get excited over his first harvest. We're picking in 3 weeks.
But you're losing weight. You're not sleeping.
What's eating you anyway, Jeannie?
Oh, Eddie, we do have so much. A house and babies.
Go ahead. What are you trying to say?
Well, if anything ever happened to you... I mean, grapes aren't everything, Eddie. Not if you're going to keep losing your health and everything.
Is that what's worrying you?
Yes.
Look, Jeannie. I'm trying to figure this out. Maybe 15, 20 years from now, we'll want to take it easy. We'll want a better house than this. And the kids, well, they've got to get an education. College. Every kid we have goes to college. And then maybe someday, you and me, we'll take a trip, Jeannie. All the way to Holland, maybe. You always said you'd like to see the kids in wooden shoes.
It's nice to hear you talk like that, Ed.
All right. That's a picture. Now, do you know what's painting that picture?
What?
Grapes. Those grapes out there tonight. I put 4 years into them. Every cent we have is in those grapes right now. I figure we've got over 230 tons on those vines. They'll be ready for the lug boxes in 3 weeks. Now, if anything goes wrong with them, well, Jeannie, it's going to put an awful big dent in things.
Well, nothing's going wrong with the grapes, Ed.
A lot of things can go wrong with them.
The trouble with you, Ed, if you haven't got enough faith in God.
Now, don't start that again.
Well, maybe if you got down on your knees once in a while instead of...
Listen, Jeannie, you do the praying and let me take care of the grapes. Will you?
Well, that's the way it is with some people. Their heads are forever spinning plans and projects. Their heads go whirling with tremendous worries about tomorrow and the next day and the next day. They're forever building barns and castles at 1 o'clock in the morning when they should be asleep. You'd think Edward might have a little more confidence in me. You'd think he'd stop worrying for the space of a quiet sleep and let me look after the grapes. For I do have a way with grapes, with vines and branches. Understand me, I'm not against plans and projects. I find no fault with the sweat on a man's brow. For labor is a magnificent and courageous thing. I'm talking rather about something that is more courageous than labor. I'm talking about relaxation, about confidence, about trust and faith in me. I like the man who sleeps. I love the man who relaxes, and who, like a child, rests easily in the arms of my providence. Not so with Edward. Edward is too full of plans, as if the plans of men were merely the plans of men. Listen to him.
Sure, I'm ready to start, Campbell. My grapes can't wait. Where are those pickers you promised me?
Well, we're coming up the valley as fast as we can, Ed. Now, don't blow your top, man.
You got enough pickers for me?
All you need. Only give me time.
How soon do you figure to make it?
We'll be cutting your vines by the 17th, I'll guarantee that.
Okay, only make it fast.
As fast as I can.
Now I like vineyards. Vineyards and the fruit of the vine. Thick clustered grapes, all bursting black and purple in the harvest time. These are among some of the lovelier aspects of my creation. I bear no grudges against vineyards, having regard for the littlest grape. But once in a while, by design, I have an eternal distaste for the haphazard and the fortuitous. Once in a while, by design, clouds will gather for reasons sufficient to the ultimate purpose of things. I gather a breeze at Burbank and scoop a cool breath off the high Sierras. Northeasterly, my gales go playing with the canyon dust and the sea sands at San Diego. And quite suddenly, quite perceptibly, there's a mist in the Midlands, and in the valleys of San Gabriel, and out around the mountains, and down from the mountains, down around the flatlands of San Fernando. Nor is it any surprise that there's a mist also in the eyes of a woman in Fresno.
It won't rain, Ed. Don't keep staring out of that window.
You heard what it said on the radio.
Oh, but this is just a mist, Ed. You know how it is with mist. They come and go. It'll be dry tomorrow. The grapes will be dry. Wait and see.
Listen.
It's only a little flurry of rain, Ed.
Listen, will you please listen?
Oh, God won't spoil everything by letting it rain now. I know he won't. Oh, God, don't let it rain.
Yeah. God won't let it rain.
Eddie, don't let it hurt you.
3 days. 3 days to harvest. And look at tonight. I wonder how the boys feel tonight over Del Rey and the Sierra Madres. Yeah. I wonder if their lug boxes are floating around in the vineyards, too.
What's the matter, Daddy? Oh, what's the matter?
Go inside with your sisters, Eddie. Go inside.
You worked for years. Prune. Cultivate. You put every red cent you own into grapes, and what do you get? Wash out. A man ain't supposed to cry. Yeah. A man ain't supposed to cry.
Believe me, I hold no grudges against vineyards. I like vineyards. But more than all the vineyards in the world, I like man. I love man. I know man well, yet never do I cease to wonder at him. He's capable of so much, of kindness, of charity, and of sacrifice. And yet so often, he is incapable of hope. All things you can ask of him at times, save this: a little faith, a little confidence. It was so with you, Edward. It was so with you those nights.
Heck, well, what you so jittery about, Ed? You're going to do all right. You got a nice crop out there.
I had a nice crop last year, too, Campbell.
Oh, forget last year. That was plain freak weather. Well, I've been around vineyards for over 30 years, and I never saw any better.
Okay. You got your pickers ready to start for me tomorrow?
Best pickers I got. From the looks of them vines, Ed, I'm guaranteeing they'll be cutting 300 lugs a day.
Okay. I'll be seeing you tomorrow, Campbell.
Right. And, Ed, this is between you and me.
Yeah?
Why don't you go home and rest up a bit? I'll handle the pickers for you. Frankly, you don't look so hot.
I'll be taking it easy once I get those grapes on the trucks.
Well, have it your own way. But let me tell you something. You've got more than grapes to worry about. You been noticing your wife lately?
Jeannie?
Yeah. That kid looks plenty tired out. She's worrying about a lot of things.
Oh, nothing wrong with Jeannie. Well, you know how women are, Campbell. They want you to start praying at the drop of a hat. Well, that's Jeannie for you. But she'll straighten out.
I don't know, Ed.
As I told her the other day, I wonder where I'd be if I'd wait for God Almighty to come out there and take care of my vineyard. Those dang leaf rollers got a start on me about 2 months ago.
Well, you're the boss, Ed. But if I was you,
Listen, Campbell, I understand, Jeannie. All I need is one good harvest. Then, maybe we'll do a little celebrate. That'll fix her up.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, here's to a good harvest.
Jeannie? Oh, Jeannie, I got a surprise for you and the kids. I wonder if she's lying down. I knew I'd find you in here, lazy bones. Jeannie, I want to take... Oh, what's the matter, Jeannie?
Tired, Ed.
You don't look so good. You don't look good at all. Maybe I'd better get Dr. Hanley for you.
Wait a minute, Ed. It's funny. Somehow I always had a feeling I'd be lying here like this, talking like this, telling you sooner or later that...
What are you talking about, Jeannie?
Ed, I'll be leaving you for a while.
Now, look here. You're just run down. Doc Hanley will fix you up in a jiffy.
Come here, Ed. Sit on the bed. Now look at me. Do I look scared? Somehow I know exactly how it's going to be. Maybe you better start praying for me, Ed. Don't leave me alone, Eddie. Don't ever leave me alone. Just keep praying for me. And maybe we'll still take that trip someday. You and me. Ed, we'll go first class. All the way to Holland to see the tulips. And the kids with the wooden shoes.
What about it, Doc?
As far as I know, and remember I'm only one doctor, there's nothing much that can be done for Jeannie, Ed.
All right. But I'll get her the best specialist in this country if I have to.
Go right ahead. And by the way, you can go in and see her now. She's conscious again.
Hello, Jeannie, kid.
Hello, Ed.
You're looking pretty good, Jeannie. Your face is... Oh, you're still beautiful, honey.
How are the kids?
Good. Listen, Jeannie, I was just talking to Dr. Hammond. Well,
I know, Ed. It's all right.
I'm going to get you the best specialist in this country.
Eddie?
Yeah?
I asked you to do something for me once. Remember?
Okay, Jeannie. You asked me to pray. Look, I'll get out on my knees right now. Do you really want me to start praying?
Oh, not that way, Ed.
All right. Now, look. If I have to kidnap a half a dozen of the best doctors, I'll do it. But you're going to get better, Jeannie. Hear me, honey? You're going to get better. You'll be out of there before you know it. Excuse me for barging in like this, Doctor, but what did you find?
We're doing everything possible, Ed. You'll have to be patient.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. Be patient.
Why don't you go home and get some rest and get a little sleep?
Sleep? Not now. I can't sleep now.
I asked you to do something for me once. Remember?
All right, Jeannie. I'll do it for you. Right here in this church. I'll do it for you. Are you listening, God? I don't know what word you're supposed to use, but it's from the bottom of my heart. I'm praying for Jeannie, my wife. I can't lose her, God, not now. We've got kids, God. 3 kids. And we're trying to make a go of it with grapes. You gotta hear me, God. You gotta make Jeannie well. Please, God. Please, I'm asking you, bottom of my heart.
What's the matter, Daddy?
Oh, nothing.
Mom's sick, huh?
Yeah.
I got pebbles, look.
I'll put them in the milk bottle.
16, 12, 17. Why didn't you ask God to send Mom home, huh? Want me to ask God for you, huh, Daddy? 56, 57. Huh, Daddy?
Maybe God's got cotton in his ears, Eddie.
Cotton?
Yeah, you can't hear so good with cotton in your ears.
He can hear me.
Is that so?
Yep.
Once he didn't hear you, Eddie.
When?
Well, God didn't hear your prayers when you asked for the red scooter.
Yeah, a red scooter.
Come over here. Up on my knee. What'd you say?
I said God did hear my prayers.
Is that so? What did he say to you?
God said? He said no. Sometimes God says no, huh, Daddy? What's the matter, Daddy? What's the matter, huh?
Hello?
Is this the residence of...
Oh, yes, Doctor. What's the news?
Well, we wanted to let you know that...
Hello? Hello, Doctor. Doctor. Operator, I've been cut off. Operator, get me Mercy Hospital. The line's dead.
I asked you to do something for me once. Remember?
I don't know, God. I don't know how to pray to you. I tried, Gene, so help me, I tried. You can't die, Gene, not alone. Not up there in that room alone. You can't die on me, Gene.
Sometimes God says no, huh, Daddy?
All right. All right, God. You've got me where you want me. Listen to me. Please, you've got to listen now. Sure, I want Jeannie. When you love somebody, you don't want to see them die. You want to have them, God. You want to have them close enough to put your arms around. Okay. Maybe I did want her. Maybe I did want you to say yes. Just like I wanted you to say yes to that first harvest.
Sometimes God says no, huh, Daddy?
All right. Sometimes you say no, too. Well, if that's the way it's going to be, well, all right. You're the boss. I'm admitting it. You're the boss. Only listen to me now. I don't want Jeannie to die all alone without me. You hear me, God? I can take it. I can take anything. Only don't let it be all alone for Jeannie. I'm asking you, God. Honest to God, I'm asking you. Jeannie.
Hello, Eddie.
Oh, you're not...
What's the trouble, Ed?
Oh, you're smiling at me, Jeannie. You're looking at me, too, and you're talking to me.
Oh, I'm really feeling much better today. Come and put your arms around me. And stop looking like a little baby.
Maybe God's saying yes, Jeannie. Maybe he's saying yes.
The night tonight is beautiful over California. For the first time in a long time, a tired man sleeps. Resting at last in the shadow of my hand, he sleeps. I might have said no. I have said no to some of my loveliest children, my best beloved. But know this always, Edward. There are times when my refusals are necessary to a plan you cannot understand. The little Eddie, being the wiser in his innocence, seems to understand. That storm upon your vineyard, that storm that drew your curse, was a blessing to 1,000 other Edwards in pasture lands parched by the drought, 600 miles to the north. So the tragedy today is but the pruning and the preparation of a lovelier tomorrow. Yes, there are times I've said no, as many fathers have said no to their dearest, their best beloved children. But tonight, Edward, I've said yes. O night, rest lightly on the tired eyes of the man. And concerning Eddie, 5-year-old, listen to him mixing his prayers tonight.
Our Father, who art in heaven, the Lord's with thee, and blessed is the fruit, and give us this day our daily bread, and ever, amen. And send me a scooter like Stevie's got.
I tell you, I've seen all the beauties of my creation. I've seen the hills gathered in the purple silences of twilight. I've seen the sunshine breaking bright on the mountains. I've seen violets bending easily in a random breeze, and have watched the cool blue swell of the ocean where my golden green dolphins play. Yes, I've seen the smile of a mother, and I've looked into the young eyes of boys and girls in love. All good, all wonderful and good. But I tell you, there's nothing so beautiful as the small face of a child, the small lips of a child fumbling with a prayer, getting it mixed up, getting it tangled, and sweetly muddled with sleep. Listen to him.
A red scooter. Oh, God.
All right, Eddie. It'll be a red scooter. I've willed it, Eddie. A red scooter. Now sleep, Eddie. Sleep.
This is Gary Cooper again. And for you, as well as for myself, I want to thank Jane Wyman and James Craig for their splendid performances. You know, when we hear a story or go see a movie, it's nearly always about a boy and a girl who fall in love. And when the picture's over, we know that they're going to get married and live happily ever after. The chances are that that's when their troubles will start. Rent, trying to save enough to buy a car. Kids come along. They get sick. You've got worry and doctor bills. Yep. When a man gets married, he's apt to be heading for trouble. But, and this is what's important, if you can lick that trouble, if you can take it in stride, then you've got the greatest thing on earth, a happy family. And a happy family is sure worth a lot of trouble. Nothing worth having really comes easy, but that doesn't mean that you've got to raise a family the hard way, all by yourself. Not when you can get the most powerful help ever, just by asking for it. Ask and ye shall receive. Remember? Pray for God's help. Thank God for what you have and ask Him for what you need. And don't pray alone. Why not pray together with your family? Together, ask God to help keep you together. You'll discover what some families have always known, a very simple fact. A family that prays together stays together.
Before saying goodnight, we want to thank all of you who helped make this program possible. A special word of praise is due Timothy Mulvey and Betty Ann Arena for writing tonight's radio play. Thanks also to Mel Williamson for directing the program. The actors who were heard tonight with James Craig and Jane Wyman were Rod O'Connor, Robert Ellis, Griff Barnett, and Fred Howard. Next week, our stars on the Family Theater will be Barry Fitzgerald and Charles Ruggles. This series of the Family Theater broadcast is made possible by the thousands of you who felt the need for this kind of program, by the Mutual Network, which has responded to this need, and by the actors and technicians in the motion picture and radio industries who have volunteered their services to fulfill it. This program is heard overseas through the facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio Services. Tony Lafrano speaking. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.